All right, and we're back online to play our second game in the challenge matches against prOpDash, and this is what you can win. I'm going to show you this in the camera, and I think I should see it in the camera. Yes, there we go. You can get to go to Ollie's Barcroft, and you get free dinner for two people actually, and you get a nice. Move it. Yes, they're telling me to show it to the camera, which is actually a smart move. So yes, so you should pop by. We're gonna pop by and watch MLG, which is gonna be interesting. I haven't had the time to watch it while preparing for this. I've missed everything. I've missed GSL. I missed so I have so many VODs to catch up on though. So as soon as I have a day off, I'm gonna watch all the StarCraft in the world. But right now, we're waiting for the players for our second match. And do we have any map chosen yet? I'm not sure.
Seems like we're going on Antigua this time around.
Yes,
so.
Antigua Shipyard.
It's a decent TvT maps.
I think so, yes.
Favor siege tank plays and drops as well.
Exactly. And this is going to be interesting. We have our first TvT here. We've had a lot of Terran players, of course, but we haven't had a TvT matchup yet. And it's completely different from what we've seen. We just had a CVT, which was nice, our first Zerg player for the evening. And I think we have a few Zerg players coming up here within the challengers. But TvT is going to be a nice switch. And as we stated before, we have a Masters player, GöranPersson. Do you have any idea what?
No, I just I haven't actually seen him play anything. I've just seen him like around in chat channels and such, and,
hanging around.
Yeah. In a couple of Swedish tours as well. So
right.
I know all him, but I don't know him. So
no,
it would be a first for me as well.
All right. It's going to be interesting to see. And if he wins, then we finally have a winner. Well, finally, we have a bunch of players left to do that with. But in that case, then prOpDash is not going to get his prize.
Ooh, so
Dash
has something to play for as well.
Yes, prOpDash has something to get for. I think he wants to buy Flilly a nice Barcraft dinner with his tickets.
That would be nice.
That would be nice, actually. All right.
So I guess
it's IDV representing.
Yeah, I take this
Grab
opportunity to
all yours.
Present the player GöranPersson himself as the Red Terran here at the top left pod of Antigua. And also spawning as Terran down in the bottom right is Dash. So we have a TvT. Important to keep the colors in mind. The blue one is Dash and the red one is GöranPersson.
Exactly, and not just go saying the Terran player, because there's two of them. Haha. Casters trolling the world.
I often get lazy and just say the Terran or the Protoss instead of actually.
I do that as well. You should really credit the players.
You should, but sometimes they have hard nicks to pronounce it.
They have really hard nicks. I know one of those is Sake. The German player.
I mean, some say sock, some others say sake, some I don't know which it is.
No, and the Swedish people, we should be able to pronounce German, but the American casters have a hard time with that one, and I've seen forum threads talking about how that's supposed to be pronounced.
A pretty known Protoss player from Sweden, Starnan these days.
Yeah.
Actually was Stjärnan, but
I heard that.
The English casters had such trouble pronouncing his nick, so he actually changed it to Starnan.
To Starnan.
Yeah.
Which is well, it's a nice nick that as well, so why not? So what do we have? We have an early gas from GöranPersson.
Yeah, and that's doing his TvP build in TvT as well. That is okay.
That's interesting, very interesting. It's the
very
same build.
Indeed.
He once denied the scouting with started supply before into a scout then.
GöranPersson on the other hand has a really quick gas there, also denying the scout.
Yeah.
And it seems like Dash actually doesn't know that this is cross only, scouting in the wrong direction. That is something you should know, but it's hard since all these different versions of the maps are different.
Yeah. This is the MLG one, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
But now he won't be able to scout this fast gas, and we should see a factory. Yeah, there we go. The factory is down at the same time as Dash places down the command center.
Exactly. What does this mean? What does the fast gas mean? What does he want to do? It's some sort of early pressure? Is it helium?
It opens up a few different options.
Yeah.
The thing is that Dash will most likely, yeah, he see the factory. That factory is...
Yeah, it's been
I guess
scouted.
it's fine. I guess it's fine. If he doesn't see anything.
Interesting. And we have a reactor coming down. So is he gonna pop some Hellions?
Yeah, most likely. I mean,
try to get some harassment. First of all, mainly try to get some map control with this to start off with.
yeah.
And
Interesting to see that Dash actually going for a second barracks. He's very confident that he can hold off any kind of like Hellion Marine drops or Cloak Banshees,
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Exactly.
with only bio units. That is quite ballsy.
that is quite bossy, actually. And he's taking his expansion in clear sight. So the question is going to be able to hold these Hellions? He has a bunker going down, of course. So he'll be able to hold his ramp, of course.
Yeah, we will see some kind of Hellion Banshee transition, as it seems, from GöranPersson. And if he can get into a good position with those units, he can do a lot of damage to the economy of prOpDash.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see how things play out. TvT is one of those matchups. The mirror matchup is often quite tricky just because of the build order advantages, the rock, paper, scissors that you can hear so often.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm somewhat seeing the Terran matchup being the least rock, paper, scissor one in my head. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Maybe CVC lately with the metagame. That one is pretty straightforward.
It is.
TvT still has those elements of surprise with Cloak and whatnot, and gas first against expansions. But here we go, and Medevac is out. We have 4 Hellions. He is expanding behind this, so it's not by any means an all-in. He just wanted to do some eco damage
Exactly.
to get
And he's
the advantage in the mid-game.
He's going to get a good scout as well of the main base with these. And we're going to see how Dash handles this. Where does he have all his units down at the bunker, or do we have any? Yeah, he has a bunch of units, figuring out that something might be coming.
Yeah, but only 4 Marines and 4 Hellions.
Yeah, 4 Hellions versus Marines. We all know how that stops. And we have some nice pick up micro of the Hellions as well. So he's doing really good damage with these Hellions.
Oh, and here we go into the
pops
SCV.
into the SCV line, and the SCVs are coming up. So if they're lining up in the wrong way, we're going to see a lot of SCVs killed here.
Not doing enough damage though. Maybe if he can get a couple of more.
Oh, trapping the Hellions, and I really don't think he did that much damage there.
No, really nice micro there from Dash, just
Absolutely
keeping his
nice.
cool, waiting for the reinforcement, just pulling some SCVs off the line, and no, those Hellions didn't do nearly enough.
No, I managed to trap them very well behind the mineral line there, actually.
But we see a mech follow-up from the Terran player, and he's also going for a quick, the Terran player GöranPersson, excuse me, also going for the quick third command center, so he knows that he has to catch up in some way, and he's going for it.
Yeah. So the question is, what are we going to go expect from Dash here? Do we have a stem coming down with a +1? So is it going to be some sort of a timing push with this?
There is an option for timing just because of what GöranPersson is doing. Dash doesn't know about it. He might not be able to do any kind of timings, but he's clearly indicating that he wants to go for the more marine tank build, the more bread and butter of the TvT, the more standard thing that we usually see.
And GöranPersson is soon to finish his siege mode, so it'll be very hard to push through once those siege tanks have been set up. And he's got Blue Flame coming up as well, so very mech heavy, of course. And he finishes third command center. Is he just gonna economy up his 2 bases with this one? Do you think he's gonna take the third very quickly here?
He can't really take a third right now.
It feels very dangerous.
Yeah, it's
too risky.
very
dangerous. He has his siege mode up, so he's going to be able to defend quite well. But he's in no real position to actually move out anywhere with this force.
Not at all. And Dash is actually going for medevacs rather than siege tanks right off the bat. So he will have a lot of mobility. And if he can drop where the siege tanks aren't, he can do a lot of damage with this growing bioforce of his.
Absolutely. And Dash is evacuating his bunker. Are we going to see him move out here? At least trying to grab some sort of map control. Both players are very Terran-esque, turtling in their bases. Nothing fancy happening.
Yeah, that's correct. And we also see, I think that he will move out as soon as those two medevacs actually show their faces. And from there, Dash can do quite a lot of damage, I think. He's just spread too thin with those siege tanks and Hellions.
Yeah, and a nice Hellion drop, possibly picking up a lot of SCD kills here from GöranPersson. They're doing pretty well, and there's not really much to hold this off with. He's going to have to sacrifice a few more workers to get these down.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it's a scary bioforce that is moving towards GöranPersson right now. Only 3 siege tanks. That is not a lot.
That is not a lot. And with this, he manages to block these Marines off pretty well with his workers, but they melt so quick to those Steve Marines, and he has a bit of a nice split there as well. So this is looking quite bad for GöranPersson right now. What is he going to stop this force with?
Just too few standing forces.
Yeah.
And sieging up might be able to clean this up sooner or later, but the advantage that Dash has right now is just huge.
It's absolutely huge, and he's going to be able to pop up that command center if he really wants to as well, but unless it gets away in the nick of time.
I think he should be able to keep it alive.
I think he should be able to keep it alive. Spotted it a little too late, I guess. So the advantage definitely goes to Dash right now. And GöranPersson is deciding to try to move out to take that second base again, because he's definitely going to need it if he wants to stay in this game whatsoever.
He's repairing it soon enough. I hope. Otherwise it will burn out.
Repair it, man, repair it.
But at the same time, re-establishing his second base at the same time as Dash is taking his third, and just looking at the tech path, the upgrades, everything is working in Dash's favor right now.
Yeah, definitely.
You see though, GöranPersson has 4 factories right now, so he has a decent production, has a few siege tanks out, and also Blue Flame on those Hellions. He did lose... No, the armory actually stands. I actually thought he lost that one.
Oh, the armory's up. Does he have any upgrades finished yet? I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't have any upgrades, but he has the potential to do +1, which always helps out, of course.
Exactly.
But we see this huge armada of medevacs moving towards the main of GöranPersson.
An absolutely huge drop coming in from Dash now, and he's catching GöranPersson absolutely off guard here with this drop. I don't see really how he's going to save his main from this.
They will lose a lot of stuff, that's for sure. He did a quick reaction there, pulling all those SCBs, but it's so hard for the tanks to get into position with all those his own structures blocking.
Yeah, but he has a good he has a good point of that as well. They're actually shielded quite well from the units that have to run through a lot of stuff to get to those siege tanks. So he manages to clean that out pretty effectively still. But Dash is actually gathering up a small force of something outside of the third here, making sure that GöranPersson will not be expanding any further in there.
Yeah, the mobility for Dash is just crucial for his game plan right now, and it's so hard for GöranPersson, even on 2 bases, to actually fend off all these attacks from all different kind of corners.
Absolutely, and we have another drop. Actually 2 drops in the different parts of the main, splitting up what the few units he has. Just knowing that he's so far ahead in the economy, and that if he just keeps this aggression up, there's no way that GöranPersson can keep up with the production.
No, Dash is doubling the supply right now, and I don't see this going any going GöranPersson's way anyway.
No, seems a bit hard.
Which is sad. He had a nice opening, didn't do enough with the Hellion drops, and then the mobility of the Bayou is just too much for him to handle right now.
Too much for him to handle, and with still losing all those Hellions in the beginning quite quickly, he was a little bit behind as well in the army value. I mean, Dash managed to slowly but steadily build up a nice army with some upgrades, and well, there wasn't much to do really when he attacked.
No, with earlier second command center, also having the SV lead even after the Hellion drop. He was in a comfortable economic position, and right now just picking GöranPersson apart.
Putting down another command center, getting ready to expand again, which, well, of course, is always a good safe move, but I think he's quite well aware that he's got this in the bag.
Yeah,
There's
loading up for another Doom drop right into the main. As soon as GöranPersson has his tanks in position, he just drops into the main.
Yeah, and he's really good at using that mobility he has with the medivacs. Even though he has a bunch of siege tanks, he's really good to use the advantage he has against the mobility of GöranPersson, who needs to unsiege and move all of the slow siege tanks. So while trying to defend the ramp, he just attacks the main, of course.
Yeah, that's very true. And he could actually move up into the natural with this small force as well.
He could do it if he had
Scanning for a third base instead, but there are none for GöranPersson.
Nope.
He's just slowly falling apart.
Slowly falling apart. And Dash again decides that he's done enough damage. He picks up his stuff and he leaves. Leaves one siege tank for its death. I think that was worth it.
Leave no man behind doesn't exist in Dash's one.
Doesn't
look
exist
at
in
this. He's going
StarCraft.
for the CC. And a lot of CCs. Might we
Oh,
see
I am
some
guessing.
PF?
No, yes,
Fortress?
I'm guessing he's going to do exactly what he likes to do. And we saw this actually when we were setting this up Sunday. He was hanging around here, so we asked him to play a game against somebody in a lower league. And he loves his planetary fortress. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a rush, not this. It's just his planetary fortress mannering attacks of sorts.
Manor PFs.
Manor PFs, and there we go. That's a GG, well played. Caught the siege tanks off guard, but I think GöranPersson knew there was much to do with those. Very well played game from GöranPersson, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. With the not so well going drop in the beginning, he was a little bit behind. So Dash really knew how to take advantage of that, and with the mobility of his forces, he really put GöranPersson in a corner.
Yeah.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Movie reference.
Yay. Movie reference. Yes, I got those. Perfect. So no win against Dash yet. He only has to beat about 4 more players, I think 5 more players, to actually win his tickets to the Barcroft.